WXVT, Greenville, Greenwood, Cleveland.
Delta News at 10 starts now.
Hi everybody, I'm Kelly Rittenauer. Coming up at 10, you probably know someone who has been a victim of teen dating violence. A Delta organization is here to help. And a Greenville man inspires the March of Dimes telethon to change its name to something a little different. Those stories in a minute. Now here's Eric with a first look at your weather. Eric?
Well, it was a little bit of a flip-flop than yesterday as we started with the sun this morning. Then the clouds rolled in as we moved into the afternoon hours. Right around 1, 2 o'clock, it became mostly cloudy across our area, but that did not stop temperatures from climbing sky high today as we made it into the 70s for an afternoon high. But as we go into tomorrow, it looks like the sun will be back out there again, but a little bit cooler. And as we move into the middle of next week, it looks like the jet stream is going to drop down, bringing us another round of winter air. But how cold are we going to get? Along with a look at some chances of some showers making their way back into the forecast. All that coming up in your 7 day in a little bit. Now back to Kelly.
Thanks, Eric. Good evening, and thanks for being with us on this Sunday evening. February is Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month, and it is a national effort to raise awareness about dating violence, promote programs that support young people, and encourage communities to prevent this form of abuse. At a rate far higher than other forms of youth violence, teen dating violence impacts 1 in 3 adolescents in the United States. To combat teen dating violence in the Delta, Our House Incorporated hosted an informative program this weekend. The Our House Youth Advocate Program, WAVE, stands for Working Against Violence Everywhere. But members of this advocacy group say violence is the worst right here in the Delta.
Teen dating violence is prevalent in this community. Females 16 through 24, they experience the most this type of violence.
So many of our young people, so many of our young men and our young women are in abusive relationships.
And Minister Joe McCall says some of them may not even know it. So his mission for this event is to define a healthy relationship.
Educating them on what is a healthy relationship,
as well as the signs of an unhealthy relationship.
Jealousy, calling your partner 10, 20, 30 times an hour.
grabbing you, restraining you from seeing other people. All of these are signs that this is an abusive relationship.
LaMarcus Allen says this event is for everyone.
It doesn't matter if you're a victim or you're some kin to the victim. This is for everyone because it's all about prevention and intervention.
We're going to put it out there, and once it's out there, we'll leave it to them to know, hey, when it shows up, they'll know that this is what that man was talking about.
With that information comes one very important message.
No one deserves to be misused, and that's another way of saying abused.
And we're letting them know that they don't have to take that.
This is not something that you have to go through. This is something that you have help for. We can help you through this. We can help you get out of this. But anything that we can do to stop another life from being taken, that's why we're here today.
Our aim is to save life and end the violence in the Delta.
And to remind those who may have forgotten,
you are special.
it's important to note that abuse comes in all forms, whether it's physical, sexual, emotional, or verbal. If you or someone you know is a victim of dating violence, you can call the Our House hotline number. It's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You'll get a trained professional on the other end who can help you. The number for that hotline is 662-332-LOVE, or the National Domestic Violence Hotline is 1-888-884-LOVE. The annual March of Dimes Delta Telethon took over the Washington County Convention Center this weekend. March of Dimes' mission is working together for stronger, healthier babies. The organization works to prevent premature babies, lowering the risk of babies born with birth defects. The money from the telethon will be used to fund research to combat birth defects and to educate moms and nurses on how to care for kids with birth defects. This year, the event was renamed the Johnny Evans Telethon. Evans was born with severe birth defects and has cerebral palsy, limiting him to a wheelchair. Evans says he was called by God to raise money for March of Dimes. Community Director Karen Hunter for March of Dimes says most days Evan can be found at the Greenville Mall, encouraging people to donate.
Every year it's a surprise about how much money he's going to donate, but last year it was just under $20,000. One man for one cause. It just goes to tell you what you can do in the community.
Once again, Evans raised nearly $20,000, bringing the overall total for the telethon over $75,000 this year. Organizers want to thank everyone who donated or volunteered this weekend to make the event a huge success. As of June 21st, 2013, the federal government budget cuts closed 13 WIN job centers in the state of Mississippi, leaving unemployed citizens without employment services. Entrepreneur Ethel Kane Russell founded Lifeline Financial Freedom Solution in 2012. It's a local employment service in Greenville. After her training program this weekend, aspiring entrepreneurs in the Greenville area are one step closer to being back in the job force. Russell says the harsh reality about the Delta is that there are not a lot of jobs out there.
There's not a large number of jobs coming here. We got to face it. We just have to be real with ourselves, but we can create something on our own, and that's what my company, that's what these are leaders, what we're put together, this POP movement. We stand for the power of the people, connected to the power of pennies, equal to prosperity over poverty. We're going to move you from rags to riches and from park benches to Park Avenue. If you are ready, we can do it. Help is not on the way, it has arrived.
Russell hopes her employment services will decrease not only poverty, but also crime in the Delta. Still to come on your Delta News at 10, world leaders are speaking out about the fallout in Ukraine. Now here's Eric with another look at your weather. Eric.
Well, this evening, a cold front kind of pushed through the Delta, and that really picked up the winds as we went into around 6, 7 o'clock. And those winds have stuck with us pretty much all evening. And that looks like what's going to be the conditions as we go through the rest of the overnight hours. And here's what you can expect as you head out for the bus tomorrow morning. It's definitely going to be a lot cooler as temperatures are going to be right around 40 degrees under partly cloudy conditions. But those winds will still be gusting out of the northeast at 10 to 15, making it feel more like 34 degrees. So you're definitely going to want to grab the heavier jacket as you head out tomorrow morning. You're watching WXVT, it's your Delta News at 10.